Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020 and welcome to episode 26 of the Neofly series. As you can see, we're parked on the ramp here at Kruger and Mpumalanga International in South Africa, and we're once again in the Embraer 121, our little kind of private twin turboprop aircraft that we flew quite a bit in some of the previous Neofly episodes. But the plan for today's video and for today's couple of flights is there's still a few job types in Neofly that I've never actually done. So over the next few episodes, I want to try and focus on trying out some of those jobs and seeing if that's something that would be a good idea to add as kind of a main part of the Saltair operations. But the job type that we're trying today is called secret passenger. So you need a business class aircraft, so an aircraft that allows you to fly kind of VIP passengers, I guess, which this obviously does. Something like the PC-12 or the King Air, or some of the business jets would be, the same kind of class. However, I think it requires us to fly the passengers at night. And secondly, those jobs are only generated from class A and B airports, so the really, really small ones. So there's no jobs like that from here at Kruger, it's too big. So we're taking a short, probably 20-minute flight out to one of the private game reserve airstrips just inside the greater Kruger National Park area. So we're going to Inyati airstrip, and from there, I don't actually know where the passenger's going yet. It's very kind of secretive. I guess it's not like the illegal cargo stuff. This is someone who's not necessarily doing illegal stuff. They just want to remain private, and that's why it's a secret flight that they don't want people to know about. So it is late afternoon. The sun is already starting to set, and we need to get into that little private airstrip before it gets dark. And then once the sun's kind of set, we will take our secret passenger where they need to go, because we're not entirely sure where they're going. I know it's not super far, but just in case, we have absolutely stacked the plane full of fuel. It's not many passengers and it's not a huge amount of luggage, so we'll be fine in terms of weight and all of that stuff. But that's the plan for today's flight. So let's jump aboard and start getting things set up. So first things first, let's get our tablet on. So in this aircraft, in terms of fuel and baggage, we just kind of add stuff over here. So fuel, we should actually be full up. Let me just double check something in Simbrief quickly. Okay, so we should be good to go on fuel. And then we have no passengers or anything going there, so this is pretty much fine. Let's go over to checklists. Okay, chalks, parking brake, that's done. Oxygen, batteries off. ELT, I guess we just check that it's armed. So we can come up here. Sorry, we come down here and make sure that that's set to armed, which it is. AC and vent off. AC and vent switches are both off. Right. Pressure mode, AC auto manual switch and pressure mode switch auto. So this is the AC auto manual set to auto, and then I think the pressure mode switch is this one here, which is also set to auto. Wipers are off, window heats, pitos, ignition, inertial separators, converters, generators, lights, auto feather, cool, prop sync, radios, transponder standby, which is this guy here, so flip that over to standby, weather radar, fuel pumps, landing gear lever, and throttles. Let's sync up all of those. Cool, cuts off, and then these are all neutral. Right, now we can start getting power on, battery, and we should have more than 24 volts, and we should do the converters as well. So let's go and do battery on. Set this to battery. We've got more than 24 volts. Stop that guy. And then we can turn both converters on. Right, lights are fine. Okay, navigation lights. are over here, and I think we are all good for now. Right, left CAA test. Okay, that is tested. And then I'm guessing we're going to do the right one as well. So we do left and right. Same thing again. Just reset this guy. Okay, left, right, and center fire detections, and then annunciator panel. So let's come down here. We can do left. We can do right. Center. Let's reset this guy. And test this. Cool. I don't know why you have to reset. I don't know if that's accurate, but we have to do it after each thing. Okay, doors are closed. Anti-collision, seatbelts, no smoking. So we'll come up here, and let's do anti-collision, and then seatbelts and no smoking on this side. Brake pressure. That's good. Parking brake is set, chocks are removed. Right, fuel pumps. Aux pumps on, then auto, and then main pumps on, and check for pressure. So, aux pumps on, and then down to auto. And then these guys on, and we do have fuel pressure. Okay, now we're gonna fire up our left-hand engine. Does that look like a bit of rain out there? No, I think it's just haze. Okay, so we are clear. So let's go back to our thing. So ignition, which is already on normal actually. Start, see that the light comes on, and then raise the condition lever. So because I have the condition levers and the prop levers, well, the prop levers are on one control, both left and right. Condition levers left and right on one control. I'm going to put them at low to start off with, and then we're going to go start. That comes on, and so we've done those. And then we just kind of keep an eye on this. Right, that's coming up, that's coming up. And so is that. And then we can see our left-hand engine coming up. Yeah, we check it 45%. That comes off. And that has happened. And then we can do the same thing for engine number 2.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
And that is extinguished. Okay, so right. Then we'll do generators and condition levers. So in fact we should do the condition levers first, so we'll turn that to high. We can bring the props up as well. And then we can do what was I going to do? Oh, generators. So left and right. Okay, we're going to be doing vent mode because we're below 1,000 feet. Not 1,000, below 10,000 feet. So for vent mode, AC switch on, vent mode on, auto, which we already have, the auto part. So AC on and vent on. It's on auto. Then pressure vent switch to vent, which should there. Okay, and then cutoff valves closed, which are up here, which are both closed. Okay, that light is extinguished, and we are good to go. Right, uncage this guy. Don't need de-ice. Any of the de-icing. No passengers. Okay, static. Pitot heats. Now up here, those can come on. We'll turn on the inertial separators while we're here as well. This always seems to fail. If we do the battery test, it always goes straight into the red. So I don't know if I've done something wrong or if that's just a bug. Well, we tested it. Okay, radio master. We come down here and we do radio master on. Weather radar standby. Altimeter is set. 1028. Crossfeed, test left and right. I'm guessing we just do this. Green lights. Oops. Green lights. Let's just wait for this so we can accept it quickly and give that some time to sort itself out. Yeah, that's taking... There we go. Right, let that align so long. Done. Elevator trim, neutral. Flaps, takeoff position set. Flight controls, free and clear. Taxi lights are up here, and we can go taxi lights on. And the rest, I think we are good for now. Right, we might as well do this here quickly. So, parking brake is set. So, props to minimum. Throttles are idle, condition levers high, props to max. So we've done that one. Throttle levers idle, auto feather armed, which is over here. Then flaps, inertial separators, weather radar not required, lights, and then we'll stop at that point because we need to taxi out. Right, we'll just grab a quick look at the windsock on the way out. I believe we are doing runway 5, which is the direction we are facing now. Let's make our way out. Hopefully we can get into Inyati Airport before the sun actually sets, which I think we should have no issues being able to do that. Okay, so the windsock seems pretty chill, but we are going to be taking runway 5. We don't need to backtrack. Got plenty of performance in this aircraft, so we can go from here. Okay, landing lights can come on then. Taxi light off. And strobe lights on. We'll just pause here briefly as we double check that we've done everything we need to do. Okay, let's check. That's done, that's done, that's done. Done, and then transponder. We can put that to on like so. That's done. And then next is takeoff. Well, after takeoff checklist. Next thing we're going to do is take off. Alright, let's come down here and just flip this over. We are going to go up to 3, it's 4, no, it's 3.5. Ooh, a little bit quick here. Right. Props full, condition levers max. Let's get out of here. positive rate nicely. Gear can come up. We'll bring the flaps up as well. We're already approaching that 3,500 feet. I'm just going to come back on the power a little bit, and once we level off here I will sort out the props and stuff like that too. A beautiful late afternoon for flying. There we are, 3,500. Can level off there. Bring the props back a little bit. Okay, according to the GPS, we're looking at about just under 12 minutes cruise from here. Let's get the autopilot in. Come down here, just do altitude hold. This is set to GPS, although this should be on GPS. And this should be 042, so we can dial that up. Something like that. And go into nav mode, and it should just intercept that nav course, or that GPS route. And there we are, well on our way. I think at this point we can switch off the landing lights. We are on checklist, so flaps retracted, landing lights off. We never had those on. Inertial separators can come off. Auto feather off and prop sync on. Pressurization, we're in vent mode, altimeter, autopilot. Okay, done. We're just going to leave the lights on, it doesn't actually matter. It's interesting how it says for cruise we should have condition high, which I suppose is okay, and props max even for cruise, which is interesting. I like to bring the props back a little bit. Okay, we're not going to use de-ice, that's just going to stay on, we have no passengers, and we're not using pressure mode anyway. Right, as we picked up speed nicely, we're now 7.5 minutes out. Okay, let's have a look on Navigraph. Because I don't think this airstrip is actually on there. Okay, so I can see it, it's just not actually marked as an airport. Runway 03, we're going straight in. That's what we'll be using, and that's about as much information as we can get from here. Right, about 5 minutes out. The goal is to land before official sunset, and then we'll take off. Obviously that gives us some time to load everything up and sort out our route for wherever we're going, and then the sun should have, well, it should actually be technically dark when we set off, from what I understand. Okay, 5 minutes out. Right, so we were actually just over the park as we crossed over the Sabi River here, which is that one there. We're now outside of the Kruger National Park. And somewhere along here is the Paul Kruger Gate into the park. I think it might be a little bit further down. About 2 minutes out. I'm going to start slowing down a bit. I'm going to try to go straight in, but this is just a little dirt strip, so if I can't see it, we might have to just do a bit of an orbit and check it out, and then disengage the autopilot. And we'll start a gentle descent as well. Okay, so we're armed on that. That landing lights can come on. And inertial separators will come back on as well. Okay, then it's just flaps and gear. so runway is going to be ever so slightly to the left, and I think it might be that strip over there. Let's get the first stage of flap. I'm pretty sure that that is exactly where we are going. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll get the gear down as well. For landing. Where should we park here? Maybe just a little bit forward, and we can turn, face kind of to our right hand side here. Let's get the flaps up. Landing lights can come off, strobes can come off. Something like that. Okay, parking brake set. Right, so we've done all of this before landing stuff. And that's done. Flaps up. Anti-ice we didn't have. Inertial separators. Auto feather. Strobes are off, landing lights are off, inspection lights are off, taxi lights we don't actually need. I suppose we can turn those off as well. Transponder. Standby. Weather radar we didn't use, elevator trim neutral. Set, off, idle, minimum. These are closed. All three of these should be off then. 1, 2, and 3. And then condition levers to cut off, fuel pumps and generators.
You are clear to start your engine.
And generator 2. Right, I think we're good for now. Let's go here, and we can open up all the doors, set the chocks, I guess. And if we jump outside, there we are. Beautiful late afternoon, sun is setting. So I guess we can come up here then. We can leave the nav lights on, I suppose. The rest of this is all fine. Converters can come off. And then these guys can come off, and we'll switch off the battery. And I'll see you in just a bit when we get prepped for our secret passenger flight out of here at Inyati Airport. Okay, so in an incredible turn of events, as it turns out, there is no passenger here for us. There's no secret passengers going from this airport at all. So we're now in a bit of a race against time. We're heading north to Ngala Airport, which is a Class B airport. And supposedly we are going to have a job from there. But we need to get going so that we can get there for the sunsets. So I'm actually not even going to program it into the thingy. What is that thing called? The GPS. What I am going to do, though, is not worry too much about all of this either. And we're just going to kind of do things nice and quickly. Okay, nav lights are on. We'll do anti-collision lights, seatbelts, and no smoking. Come off. We need to be in vent mode. And we'll do inertial separators. Generators are off. Converters need to be on. Cool. Okay, props and then condition levers. We'll bring up a bit. We can do the left engine. So what I'm going to do is just going to head directly north, and I'll sort out the GPS while we're on our way, because we're in a bit of a hurry now. Right, so let's get this dialed perfectly north, which it already is. Okay, engine's coming up. That light should be off now. Cool, and let's get engine 2 running. I didn't see a windsock here.
Contact the tower for clearance.
So I think we might just take off in that direction. No, it's probably still better to just backtrack. Okay, coming up to 45. That's extinguished, so that's good. Okay, we can arm this. Condition levers full. Props full. Might as well turn the transponder, strobe, and landing lights on while we're here, because we're going straight onto the runway. These guys can come on, and generators. All good. We don't need anything else there. This should be auto, so that's already set. Right, then I think we are good to go. We don't need anything else there. All the lights are extinguished, but we do need these auto and on. Right. Let's mission. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack, and we'll do flaps for takeoff. Oh, what I do need to do here is get rid of the chocks. Okay, so once again going up to about 3,500 feet. This can go to nav now. I want to follow that heading bug. And then I'll dial in Ngala, which is, I think it's FANG. I'm going to use all the runway for this takeoff. Go. Okay, gear coming up.
Enjoy your personal flight, pilot. You can search for more jobs after you land.
Flaps coming up. Let's get the autopilot on, bring the power back just a little bit, props back just a little bit. Okay, and we can go heading mode. And this I couldn't get to work before, so arm, and it does say altitude arm now, so okay, cool. I think that is now working. Let's go here, and if I go to nearest airports, you should see it on here. That's Gowrie, so it's further than that. It's further than Skukuza. That's it. Color. Okay, cool. So let's go direct to that. Go GPS and nav. Okay, just passing through 3,100. Should level off at 3.5. Let's check that that happens. Okay, and we're leveling off. Right, according to this, 5.5 minutes. Looking at the sun, we should just make it. Okay, landing lights can come on. Auto feather off, prop sync. Inertial separators. Rest is good. Yeah, 4.5 minutes. runway here at Ngala doesn't actually have a number on it, just so... I mean, just on Navigraph. But it is just off to our left, so we're probably looking at about runway 34, maybe 35. Also, just as a reference, set this to 50. Looks like we just got a bit of light left. And if we are unable to land, I mean, we can still see fine, but we've got Skakusa in the area, which has got an RNAV approach. Hoodspray's got an ILS, and then obviously Kruger has an ILS. Kruger would probably be our best choice since it's our home base. Right, I think that's the airport up ahead, and we're just over a minute out. Okay, let's get the autopilot off. Okay, props forward. This guy goes into arm, that comes off, landing lights, yeah, I need to bleed off a bit of speed here. There's the runway there. This is a paved runway. Okay, let's start getting some flaps in. We get the gear down as well, help us slow down a bit. Is actually a little bit dark, kind of makes it more difficult to judge. is a paved runway, but nothing particularly fancy or special.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch. Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi
And
to
the reverse is
parking.
pretty powerful on this aircraft. Didn't even use the brakes. Okay, let's come up here quickly. Turn on the taxi light. Flaps can come up. Yeah, that vehicle's moving, hopefully. That was a little bit fast of an approach into the parking bay. Alright, landing lights and strobe lights. Okay, at least we made it in. So we can go... These can come off. This guy goes to off, off, off. Initial separators probably should have turned on for the landing. Generators, converters, taxi lights, seatbelt signs. This comes off. Shut down the engine.
You can start
off,
your engine now.
And off. Let's reset that. This guy goes to standby. And then anti-collision off. And we can switch battery off as well, and that'll give us our little headlamp. Right, let's go in here. Chocks, we can open the doors. Let's see if at this airport we actually have a secret passenger that we need to get out of here. So I'll see you in just a bit. Right, so there we are. As you can see, it's nice and dark. What I didn't realize about the secret passengers is that all the flights are to small little airports or airstrips like this one. So landing where we're going, we're staying within the Kruger National Park, which is kind of cool. And we're going to a little airstrip just outside the Letaba camp inside Kruger. So it's basically exactly north of Letaba. Landing there in the dark is going to be very, very interesting. So that's what we've got. We've got 3 private passengers. The ambient sounds that you get in Flight Sim are actually quite interesting. The crickets and stuff super realistic here in Africa. I don't know about some of the other sounds. Every now and then you hear a hyena, which is definitely realistic. Some of those birds, yeah, I don't know about hearing that at night. Anyway, okay, so all we need to do now is load up our 3 passengers for Letaba, so let's do that.
Pilot from dispatch. A very private passenger is waiting to board in the parking. Please don't ask any questions.
Right, well, there you have
Transporter,
it.
boarding has started.
Yeah, let's just
Hi, pilot. Someone
Get
you should
some
see is
lights
boarding.
on
Please
for
don't
them.
come to the cabin or I will have to kill you.
Okay. Sounds really good. Yeah, we'll keep this
Transporter from dispatch.
torch on.
All passengers on board. You can ask for the clearance to take off.
Right, what do we have in terms of lights here? So obviously we need these guys on. I'm going to turn on the taxi and landing lights so long. Panel. Internal lights. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And then obviously the seatbelt signs. Now we can turn this off. Alright, that's a bit better. There's no door here, so I don't know how you expect me not to see this person. But, okay, at least we can kind of see what's going on inside, and we can also see what's going on outside. Like, this is fine, because our landing lights give us a decent view of what's around us. Landing at an airstrip like this, I don't even know if I'm going to manage that. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, so, again, we'll just go through kind of some abridged procedures. So, we need this on vent, those on, pitos, inertial separators, Those stay off for now, but the converters come on, and that'll give us the rest of our power. Those are all on. Right, we can get rid of this for now. This guy we can set to on already. And FAQI is the airport we're going to. Armed off. That I'll have to do, I think, once we have power, actually. On, auto, and on. Good to go. Alright, I think that's good. Wait for that. I guess while that's aligning, we can go ahead and start up. So let's do left engine start. But first we come down here. Prop levers are back. Condition levers to low. Left engine start. Okay, engine spinning. 40%, sorry, 30%. 40. There's 45, so if we go up here, the light should be out, which it is. We can do engine 2 as well.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
Yeah, it's spinning. 40%, I said it again. 30% or 35. 40, and we see that this goes off by 45, which it has. Good stuff. Might as well turn on the strobe lights because we're about to go straight onto the runway. Let's see what that looks like from here. Very cool. Right, let's come down here and do our flight plan so long. So all of this is wrong now because we're done with this, so we can get rid of these. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, we've got flaps 1 for takeoff while we do this. Okay, so we're here at Ngala. So that's FANG. And we're going direct to FAQI. Tavares Camp. Cool, that's done. Right, so we are good there. 3.5 is fine, we can use that. Now, this weather radar, I don't think this can do terrain at all. Because I can't actually change the settings, because there's map there. So, not going to help us at all. Okay, then the other thing I probably should have done a bit earlier is use generators on. All the lights are on, all that's good, that's all good. We don't need any anti-ice. That's off, that's on. Props full forward. Condition levers max. Chocks are released, radio's on. Alright, let's release the parking brake. I think what I'm actually going to do is, as we were landing, I was thinking the fuel pump at the end of the runway is not great. So let's maybe take off in the opposite direction. Like so. Should have plenty of runway. How are we going to land it? Okay, let's get out of here. If there was an animal on the runway now, they have no chance.
Pilot, fly safe. Don't try to make friends with the customer.
Okay, gear up. maps coming up. Right, because we're over the national park, it's a bit different from flying out of an airport in a city or a town. There's no visual references outside. Why does it feel like my GPS is not aligned at all? Level us off at 3.5. Okay, let's get the autopilot on. We'll come down here and arm it for 3.5, so it should level us all. Oh, this is still showing us the old routing. That's very strange. Okay, bring the power back a little bit. Bring the props back to about 95. And let's get our heading to something like that. And go heading mode. We're on GPS, we'll intercept that GPS course when we can. But I need to fix this. I don't know what is going on here. See, we've got Ngala to what I'm actually going to do then, let's just do this. No, we're just decided, so we'll do something like that. Okay, landing lights can come off because they're actually making things worse. Taxi lights can come off as well. And inspection lights. Right, we're at 3.5. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. We're just going to say no. Direct to, and direct to, and into nav. Right, 10 minutes. Not bad. There's a bit of light out there, just some of the city lights on the clouds. Not a whole lot to go by. This is going to be impossible. The Taba camp will have a bit of light. Other than that... Okay, runways are 01 and 19, so we're going to do 01. Safe altitude for this block, 3,400 feet. Amazing, but there's some higher terrain further north. So the highest point near where we are is at 1,053 feet. That's significantly to the south of the Taba camp. So I reckon we can safely be at 1,000 feet. And I mean, there's definitely, if we go here, there's definitely not going to be any approaches. No. 0119. Okay. I have to rely on the GPS quite a bit to be able to find this, I suppose. Minutes out. I mean, those clouds actually look like they're pretty close to our level. And looking at the strobes, it's kind of hazy out there. And that would be... what's that? Hood spray. Yeah, I think that's all coming from the town of Hoodspray. And then just the city lights up on the cloud. Hopefully we have a bit of light from Letaba Camp. In terms of lights, this is all panel. What's this? Okay, so that's our side panel lights. Maybe the middle ones. Oh geez, that's the overhead. Okay, that's important. Those are the middle ones. I just want to see if I have control over this, like, floodlights. It doesn't look like it, no. So that, like, floodlight is just automatically on. So that's the cabin lights. Okay, that's interesting. Right, 5.5 minutes to go. In reality, these roads, as you can see, let's actually get this off again. This one. These roads here don't actually have lights in the Kruger. Because that's going to be the main, the tar road from Letaba Camp to, that'll be Palaboa Gate. But then that must be the campsite there. The camps do have lights. The roads do not. Okay, if we cannot make it in, we're going over there to Hoodspray, which has, I mean, that runway will have lights to start off with, but also it has an ILS. Oh, that's actually not Hoodspray. That's the town of Palaboa. The airport is just to the south of that. There is actually an airport there near Palaboa Gate, but it is not going to have an instrument approach. Let's see, I'm pretty sure Hoodspray had an ILS. It doesn't. But it'll be lit. Skukuza is south of where we are now, and that has at least an RNAV approach. Okay, I think I'm going to start slowing down a little bit. We're 3 minutes out. Okay, so we can definitely see the camp. So we've got the road that comes in, and then this road that goes to Palaboa. This road goes to Olifants along the river, and this, I don't know what this road here is. Unless I'm just at a different angle. Yes, I am. That road there. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. There should be another, unless I'm just looking very far, because there should be a road that goes along the water and then up. It must be that one. And that one goes up to... what's the next camp after that? Mapani? I think. Shingwedzi? No, Mapani then Shingwedzi, something like that. Anyway, if we can hit that intersection, we need to stay just to the right of the intersection. That's where the runway is. Okay, so I'm going to bring us down to 1,000. We'll do 1,100 to be safe. Oh Jesus, was it going down? Why do I feel like that has an arm? I see, this is the issue I had last time. Okay, I have to keep a very close eye on that. Right, I'm gonna get the landing lights on because we're definitely gonna need those. Not that it really helps, it actually kind of makes things a little bit worse. Yeah. First stage of flaps out. I'm not going to go straight in. I'm going to have to do a bit of a recce here. Okay, let's take control. Right, so there's the intersection. I want to stay just to the right of that. The other thing I'm going to have to do is get this zoomed right in. There's the road, so the airport is about there. $1,800. The issue here is I basically have to get to the point where my landing lights are illuminating the ground. Okay, this is Letaba Rest Camp. I think it's just those lights. That must be the entrance gate, I think. I don't know, looks like a soccer field. Yeah, it's definitely a football field. Lights. Right, are my landing lights starting to do anything? Not really. A little bit. There's something. Vehicle. Ah, there's the runway. There's the windsock. Okay, actually I need to do this. Okay, so this might actually be possible. I mean, I don't think you'd do this in reality. Yeah, so we just need to do the same thing again. Come in right over the cam. And then stick just to the right of that, sorry, just to the left of that road, which in reality doesn't even have lights. I mean, if you need to do stuff like this at night, in reality, they would get like some vehicles to go and shine their lights on the runway and stuff like that. So I think we need to be just to the right of the soccer field. Give us a decent amount of space to turn around here. Basically when we cross over this road, I guess. Maybe we don't have to go that far. Down and the rest of the flaps so that we don't have to worry about that at all. Yeah, just watch the speed. Right, there's the football field. Aim just for the edge of the camp here. Okay, so if we look at the GPS, it's just off to our left, but we need a bit more of an angle to line up because it's 0-1. Yeah, we're closer to the football field than we were last time, but we're also much higher. Something like that. No, we need to head left. I think it's still more left. Yeah, look at the GPS. We need to go over those two lights other side the football field. We need to go basically in the middle of those, I think, because it's going to be to our left still. Okay, landing lights are lighting the ground. There's the windsock. Yeah, what I do want to do is actually line this up. Been a big help. Okay, 1005 is probably okay. We don't really need to go much higher than that. So there's two lights north of the football field. We need to go in the middle of those two. That's a decent reference we can use. This is probably one of the more challenging flights I've done in the Neofly series. Again, this wouldn't be legal in reality, but hey, there's a lot of other things we could do in reality to make this a lot easier as well. Okay, so we aim for just to the right of the football field, and then we pick up those two lights. There they are, there, just off our wing now. We go in between those two. Okay, again, let's do flaps and gear now already. Landing flaps really give you a boost in lift. The football field. Still to our left. Jeez, I don't even see the windsock this time. We do have a wind from our left-hand side because I can feel it pushing me towards the runway as well when we're on the downwind leg. So maybe I should aim for the left-hand light after the football field. Okay, so come over this light. Might even be to the left of that still. Let's see how that goes. We've got plenty of fuel. So there's no rush to get this right. so now I feel like it's over there. So we just need to get onto that correct heading. So we come over this left-hand light, and then we get more onto that 010 heading. Okay, landing lights are on the ground now. Something like this. Ah, it's a fuel pump. There it is.
Nice landing, pilot.
No idea how long it is. It's not crazy short, but it's not
Transporter from dispatch.
particularly
Clear
long
the runway
either.
and taxi to parking.
Oh, okay. That was intense. Up. Right, well, we made it in. And I mean, you're not doing this in any areas where there's like mountains or anything, because there's no ways. I guess we could take an aircraft with, if you've got like full digital setup and you've got like the synthetic vision and all of that, and a terrain radar, would make things way easier. But hey, we made it. There are 2 fuel pumps. Oh no, that's a push. I actually saw this vehicle and I thought I might be in a completely wrong place because it's driving on the road, and the road is quite far to the right of where we are. Look at the strobe lights on. I'm not going to turn off the taxi and landing lights because we desperately need those here. We'll try not stick this guy through the blender. And we'll just park somewhere like this. That vehicle we can say is here to pick up our passengers. Right. And get the... No, I don't actually need that. Let's get all of these on. Now, so vents, these guys, pitos, inertial separators. That's fine. Converters can come off. Generators off. Passenger signs can come off. I guess now we'll turn off all of the lights. And leave these lights on because we really need them. That's done. Radio off. Props
Transporter,
can come back.
disembarking of passengers can begin.
Hey, pilot, remember what I said at the boarding? Same now.
Don't look at the passenger, basically. Right, let's turn all of this off.
Pilot, the aircraft is now vacated.
There we
What's
are.
that?
Where's that vehicle? Oh, it's right here. And there we go.
can start
And he's
your
driving
engine
off with
now.
our passengers. Okay. I think what we'll do is, to finish off this episode, we should probably get our aircraft back to Kruger. But I think to make things a little simpler, we'll do that in the morning. So I will cut the video here, and I'll join you again early tomorrow morning when it's time to just take our aircraft back to our base at Kruger. So I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, as you can see, it's a beautiful early morning here, back at the Letaba camp airstrip. There's the camp just out on that side. And in fact, we're going to take off straight over the camp. Wake everyone up nice and early. They should be out in the park game viewing at this time, not sleeping in. So what we're actually going to do is, the goal is to get our Embraer 121 back to Kruger and Mpumalanga, but we're going to stop off at Skukuza to pick up some VIP passengers. That's why we're setting off so nice and early. They need to get out to Kruger and Mpumalanga to catch a flight into Johannesburg and then on to wherever they're going from there. So we're going to pick them up from Skukuza nice and early, and we'll finish the video off back at Kruger and Mpumalanga. So let's jump aboard and start getting things set up so we can actually close the door now. Like so. Don't really need this anymore. Right, battery. Let's get some lights. So no passengers on this flight. But we will have a bunch of VIP passengers once we arrive at Skukuza. So we'll just get all of this good stuff on. Like so. Converters. Right. Fuel pumps are already done. Props. Condition levers. Okay, let's go. Left hand start. Lights on. Let's check that this guy's out, and then we can do engine 2. Once again, I know I say it every time I fly this aircraft. I don't know why, I really, really like the look of the cockpit in this add-on. It looks red.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
Yeah, that's coming up nicely. Start light is extinguished. Just wait for that to stabilize. And in the meantime, we'll go condition levers to full, props to full. These are coming online as we have suction. Generators 1 and 2. Lights, landing lights, taxi lights, strobe lights, all good. Those are done. That's all done. Pressurization we don't need. Radio on. Or radio master on. Yeah, just waiting for the GPS now. Okay, while we're waiting for that, flaps for takeoff. I'm going to taxi onto the runway and backtrack all the way out. In fact, what does the windsock say? I think it agrees with me. Okay, I'm just going to have to wait for this to align. Otherwise, transponder's done, that's done, and that's on. Those are done. Cool. Is that we're going? Okay, flaps set for takeoff. So, oops, that's not what I wanted. Once the GPS is done, we are good. So, for this flight, we're going up to 4.5. Let me double check that to Skukuza. I'm actually going to flip this over to GPS while I'm here. Are we heading west to Skukuza? Yes, we are. I mean, it's marginal, but I'm pretty sure we are heading west. Okay, QNH 1025. Beautiful early morning. A little bit of cloud. Hopefully no issues getting back into Kruger, because that'll just ruin the whole day. Okay, GPS is up. And let's flip this over to this view. And now last time I did this, it didn't actually clear the route, did it? Let me do this. See, delete flight plan obviously isn't there because we've done that manually. Okay, that's better. So now we want FAQI. Where's I in the alphabet? There. And from there we're going to Skukuza, which is FASZ. And from there we're going to Kruger, FAKN. So, okay, that's all sorted. That's set. Let's get out of here. Parking brakes released. Well, the visibility is definitely a lot better, even though the sun hasn't risen yet. But yeah, that was quite a challenging approach to getting here at night with no lights whatsoever on the ground. But hey, we made it in. Active Sky is busy downloading new weather, so we might see some changes in the clouds. Let me go and see what the weather is looking like. Kruger. It's saying Kruger's clear. Skukuza partly cloudy. Clouds, few clouds at 2,000 feet, so fairly low, which is kind of what we're seeing here, I guess. Okay. Not a big deal though. Kruger seems to actually be clearer than Skukuza. So it looks like the clouds on this side of the mountains. Okay, light strobes, transponder, flaps, props, and condition levers. Auto feather armed, prop sinks off. Fuel pumps good. Here we go. Coming up.
Enjoy your personal flight,
Flaps
pilot.
coming up.
You can search for more jobs after you land.
There's the Lataba camp. Can come off. GPS is not working again. some pretty low cloud out that way, looks like. Autopilot on, bring the power off a little bit, props back to about 95. Okay, let's just go do the same thing again. It's not the end of the world. That's on GPS, into nav. Arm that guy, 500 feet a minute is very chilled. Let's make our way to Skukuza. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the clouds because we are VFR, obviously. Okay, let's go back down here. Switch that off and get rid of that. And currently looking at 22 minutes. Our speed will pick up a little bit. So we've probably got a good 20, just under 20-minute flight. "61 miles to Skukuza." Dodge this cloud here. Down to 19 minutes, 1,000 feet. This is the Olifants River. Yes, it is. So Olifants Camp is just down that way. Out there somewhere. This cloud is a bit of a worry. We might actually have to drop down and go underneath it. Although we need to head more that way anyway, so let's get back towards our GPS course. And in fact, DTK 198. So south will be 180. So that'll be 120. Sorry, 2. What am I doing? 180, and it's 190.5. Okay, no, I was right. 198's about there. Right, sun's coming up. Okay, we're leveled off. Good speed. 14 minutes to go. Those clouds, I think, are going to end up being a problem. And we're saying cloud base is 2,000 feet. We're at 4.5 now, so we have to drop quite a lot to get under that. See that we can get around this though. Exactly what we wanted to do. Keep an eye on the speed. Okay, we're pretty much underneath. So let's do 2.5. Timbavati River. Okay, leveling off. Bring the power back up. Along the Timbavati River now, and then that basically separates the open gate side from Satara side. So next we're going to cross over the main tarred road between Open and Satara. There's actually a little airstrip out here near Satara as well. We've got to fly in there sometime. what's our speed looking like? Pretty good, power's good. 10 minutes out, is that right? Yeah. No, actually in reality, the area, or the airspace at least, here around Kruger, I believe is restricted all the way up to 10,500 feet. So you definitely, obviously it's a national park, so definitely wouldn't be able to fly this low without some sort of special permission, which I'm pretending that we have. Sun coming through now. Awesome. Okay, we already crossed over the main road, which I didn't see. Is this? Do I have a name? No. I'm actually just looking on Navigraph. Yeah, 7 minutes out. Clouds have cleared quite a bit, which I guess makes sense, because it is supposed to be getting clearer the further we go. Kruger Airport is still saying no clouds, 11 degrees only. Winds 2702 knots, so we will actually use, because it's runway 5 and 23, so we'll use runway 23, which is a very cool approach. As you come over the city in the valley and the airport's on top of the hill, very cool. What this airport here is. This is Gauri. This is all private game reserves. So I don't know what this one is. The Gauri Airport. And then one of these is Malamala. I think it's this one. CC. No, Malamala is MD, so that's that one. These are all just private strips. This one's Londlozi, I think. Anyway, it's the Sand River we're coming up to. It's over there somewhere. And you should actually see Gauri Dam. There it is there. With the airstrip right next to it. Reserve down there. The Sand River out there. We go all the way along that to where it joins the Sabi River. In fact, it joins the Sabi River east of Skuza where we're landing. So you'll see we'll come over the Sand River on approach into Skuza. The Sabi River is on the other side of the airport. Okay, just over 3 minutes out. Let's start prepping for our approach. We can start bringing the power back, get the speed down on the landing lights, might as well turn on the taxi lights, inertial separators, cabin lights. We don't have any passengers anyway, that's all fine. Then prop sync off, auto feather on, fuel pumps are on, everything else is good. Here's where the Sand River swings around, so we know the airport is just other side this. Is actually more this way. For some reason, I don't see anything. Yeah, I think I've got the runway inside now. Okay, flaps on. that's the runway over there. Yeah, there's normally some animals in this area. Flaps. That looks like some giraffe over there. Or elephants. Ooh, I'm looking at animals and overshooting a bit here. Down a little further because we've got to go all the way to the end anyway.
Contact ground for your parking assignment and then shut down your engine.
Yeah, flaps. Landing lights and strobes. Yeah, I don't know what this forklift is doing, so we'll just go to this side quickly. Right, we don't want to hold up the ramp here at Cruiser. Our passengers are ready, so I'm just going to shut down the left engine to let them board, and then we'll be out of here as soon as we can. Because I think it's kind of early in the morning. Oh, the only thing is that's not going to work with Neofly. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's just go through everything up here. So, inertial separators, converters, generators, passenger signs, internal lights, taxi lights, radio, that's fine. This to standby, cancel that, and shut down.
Start your engine.
Okay, let's get rid of the anti-collision lights. Okay, let me just jump into Neofly and get the passengers boarding. Right, so we have 7. Yeah, 7 passengers.
Captain, we have royalty on board today. The security team have carried out the necessary security checks, and we are now ready. Pilot, today's VIPs are making their way now. Oh my god, is that... It is! Oh, that's made my day! See if you can get me an autograph, please!
Yeah, well, someone important has been on holiday in Kruger. Okay, let's flip these basically all back on. Things that we just did. Converters can come on. Might as well turn on the taxi lights, anti-collision lights, signs. We'll give them lights at the back. How about that? Okay, I'm going to turn this on now so we can get this aligning as soon as possible.
All passengers on board.
They're on board.
You can ask for the clearance to take off.
Let's get engine up and running. one coming up. This should actually be off. And those should be on, which they are. Cool. GPS is actually the thing that takes the longest. Okay, lights out. Engine 2. Right, it's coming up. Lights on.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Okay, there we go. 30%. Lights off. Those are on. Just wait for it to stabilize. This actually worked. Wow, it has. Look at this, sick. Right, those are on. Transponder can come on. Props and condition levers. Flaps for takeoff. Landing lights will do shortly. I need to do the generators. That's good, that's good. Okay, that's on. Right, and then we arm this guy. Release the parking brake. Nice quick turnaround. Let's get out of here before any scheduled flights arrive and we cause delays. Okay, forklift, why on earth are you coming down the runway? And of course you're going to come this way. So we'll go here. Okay, lights and strobes. Flaps, props, condition levers. Lights, fuel pumps. And I think we're good to go. Auto feathers armed, prop sync is off. Right, let's get out of here. Up to 4,500 over to Kruger, which will also be a fairly quick flight.
Have a great flight. Watch out for the champagne corks. These
Is coming up.
particular VIPs have a reputation.
Flaps coming up. Yeah, there's a group of elephants down there. I think those are the ones I saw as we were coming in. Pilot coming on. Let's arm that. That's on GPS. Power can come back a little bit. Props can come back a little bit. Auto feather off. And that on. Landing lights off. Strobe lights stay on. Those stay on. These can come off. The rest stays on. Oh no. Except for taxi lights. DTK 245. Right, that bar's closing in, so let's go on to nav. We should intercept that track. Oh wow, straight into the little patch of cloud. Still reporting no clouds. 270 at 2 knots now. Okay, 10 minutes to Kruger. There's 1,000 feet to cruise altitude. Okay, let's see if we can just keep out of these clouds here. Okay, that looks interesting. We're not going to be able to go under it this time because the airport at Kruger is up on the hill at about 2,000 feet. In fact, what is the airport's elevation? 2,829. So let's hope we can find a way around this. Can I move this? I need to make it worse than it already is. Okay. forecast for Kruger goes down to 5,000 foot visibility with mist. Interesting. Maybe we can get through over there. Only 4 minutes out. We just need to get through the clouds. Just hope there's no patch like this sitting directly over the airport. If there isn't, we should be fine. Dial this to 2-3. Basically what we do is we aim for the main highway in the town, and when we hit that we turn to 2-3. That should put us pretty much bang on. So this is one of the highways that joins the main one that runs like that. But that cloud there looks like it's straight over the airport. Control. The highway is this one here. There's the airport there. Props and golf. Our auto feather. Props full forward condition levers max. Flaps and gear to come. All the clouds just disappeared. gear down and flaps for landing. At least we don't have to backtrack this time, because I think this might be the first time on the channel that I've actually landed in this direction at Kruger. No, I think... What did I fly out of here that time? It was the 207. I think I might have landed this way in the 207. Flaps up. Right, welcome back to Kruger, where we started off almost 3 hours ago. Well, 3 hours of video time. Technically, we started here last night, or yesterday late afternoon. Yay, what a feather. Disarmed. Landing lights, strobe lights, taxi lights are on. Inertial separators. And flaps are up. Transponder, standby. Yeah, I'll turn the taxi light off now. Oh, they're at gate A4. They're not actually on the apron here. Parking brake set. We come up top, and we can start turning things off. Those are already off. Yeah, let's get these off.
Transporter, disembarking of passengers can begin.
Might as well set that all the way to off. And then this guy should be off as well. And then we can do lights and battery. Okay, passengers are disembarking. And our passengers are done as well. Right.
Transporter from dispatch. Disembarkation completed. Thank you and good day.
So there we are, safely back at the same parking bay with our Embraer 121 at Kruger and Mpumalanga. I have to say, those VIP flights into an airport like that, an airstrip like that at night, that's challenging. So I'll see, I might do some more like that. It might be cool to do like the PC-12. What else do we have business-wise? I was thinking of taking like the Mitsubishi MU2, but that's going to be a huge struggle. That needs quite a bit of runway, and it comes in fast. I think that would be a bit tough. But definitely the PC-12 might be fun going into airports like this. However, I really do enjoy the Embraer 121. Anyway, another successful Neofly couple of missions, and that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. If you did make it all the way to this point, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you do want to follow along, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next one.